Joseph, a young man of 17, was tending flocks with his brothers, the son of Belial, the son of Zelphi, his father's wives, and he brought their father a bad report about them. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons because he had been born in his old age, and made him a richly ornamented robe, a multicolored robe. He had his father's devotion. We hear that, and I think immediately of Jesus. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten," and some translate that, "beloved Son." In Matthew chapter 17, there's a voice from heaven. Again, in Matthew chapter 3, there's a voice from heaven. And both times, at his baptism and transfiguration, the voice from heaven says of Jesus, "This is my beloved Son." Joseph was beloved of his father. Jesus was beloved of his father. You know what Joseph's name means? Joseph's name means multiplier. Or it could mean abundance. Jesus said, "I've come that they might have life and have it more abundantly." Joseph was named abundance. Jesus came to give abundance. This church was doing the Lord's Supper, and they had the altar table done with the elements, and they had the stack of trays, and just like we have, and on top of that stack of trays they had the lid, and on top of the lid was a cross. This little girl looked at it and said, "Daddy, why is there a plus sign on the top of that tray?" A plus sign? Well, that's because Jesus is all about adding to our life abundance. Joseph's name was abundance. This was what he was about. He was beloved of his father. He had his father's devotion. He had a mark of distinction. He had this coat of many colors. His brothers hated him for it. The distinction of the coat was about his position of authority, and he was hated because he told the truth. He went to his father to report on his brothers and how they were doing in the tending of the flocks. He reported on his brothers. He was a truth teller, and they hated him because of it. Jesus said in John 7, "The world does not hate you, but it hates me, because I testify of it, that its deeds are evil." The world doesn't hate Jesus because he healed people, because he fed the hungry. The world hates Jesus because he tells the truth. And anyone who tells the truth, the world will hate. It was a mark of distinction. Have you ever wondered why preachers wear black? Have you ever wondered, black shoes, black socks, black pants, black shirt, white dandruff on the shoulders, black coat? Franklin's even wearing black today. We didn't coordinate this, did we? Didn't send out a memo. You ever wonder why preachers wear black? I don't have a clue why preachers wear black. I really don't. No, actually I do. The preachers wear black because of the need in the years in the ministry to respond to solemn occasions. And therefore black was a color that represented a solemn occasion and the seriousness and solemnness of those occasions. That's why the preacher always wore black. It ended up making the pastor stand out in the community and in the crowd. And the monks and the priests in the Middle Ages would wear robes, black robes, and it made them stand out in the crowd. It was a mark of distinction. There was a mark of distinction on Joseph, and there was a mark of distinction upon Jesus. He told the truth, and he was hated for it. He had a future dominion. Joseph's dreams told him. His brothers would bow before him. The nations would bow before him. Now, in his youthfulness, he may have been a bit arrogant in sharing that, but it came true. It happened just as he dreamed it. Jesus told of his future in Matthew 26, "This I say to you, in the future you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One, coming on the clouds of heaven." When the high priests and the Pharisees heard this, they said, "He's spoken blasphemy," and they tore their coats.